What's up, you guys? Godzilla Fan Freaks coming at you today with another figure review. And today we are going to be taking a look at the newly released, roughly, depending on, if you got this guy right when he came out, or like me, it was a couple weeks. But the pretty much newly released X Plus 25 centimeter Gabara. What the hell? Gabara, guys! Damn! This is insane! X Plus finally has given us a legitimate Japanese Godzilla collectible Gabara figure. What? I mean, before this guy, the only thing that you could get that was really Gabara, other than getting the movie Godzilla's Revenge, which has a soft spot in my heart, you had the YMSF Gabara, which, I mean, it's a decent Gabara figure for what it is. It goes in well with your Bandai's, because Bandai never made one. And then you just had like old vintage stuff, which is of course really expensive, but worth the cost if that's what you like to collect. You had, bull mark Gabaras. I gotta make sure I do not say Gamera for some reason. I did that in the box day of this guy too. I was like, I almost said Gamera. What the freaking hell? Gabara. Okay. Let's all just say it together. Gabara. Not Gamera. Gabara. Okay. I think I should be good now. But if I slip up, I apologize. I'm just excited. I like Gabara. He's actually a really cool monster. And if you really think about it, he really wasn't a legitimate existing kaiju in the Toho universe. He is a part of the Toho universe, but he's from Ichiro. He's from his imagination as a bully that was on Monster Island that gave Minya a hard time. And then, of course, that's how him and Minya became friends, because they each had a Gabara in their own respected worlds. And, of course, that's what that movie taught, was don't take any crap from anybody. If someone is bullying you, teasing you, giving you a hard time, stand up for yourself. But, anyway, so it's like, Gabara is almost kind of like an imaginary, dream, like a dream monster if you think about it. So it's actually kind of cool. Yeah, sure, he has really annoying roar. He kind of looks goofy. He doesn't look very threatening. But overall, when you really think about everything down to the bread and butter, Gabara is really cool. And especially if you think about the history of figures, like I just said. There's hardly nothing out there. So it's like after all this time, all these years, we actually have a legitimate Japanese Godzilla figure collectible of Gabara. And I don't know if it's legitimate, but I even heard something like, a lot of companies, even X Plus, were like, people have asked them, are you going to ever do Gabara? Are you ever going to make a Gabara? And they were like, because I think even Toho themselves nowadays are kind of like, WTF? It's like, why does anybody want this guy? But, I mean, again, maybe they listen to all of us fans, because there's a good number of us out there that were like, we need Gabara. Jim Jenkins, Rich Iso, I think, a lot of those guys, it's like, where's Gabara? Give us Gabara. Come on, we want some Gabara. So, here we go. X Plus 25 centimeter Gabara. So enough blabbering. Let's get right on into this figure review with paint job. Paint job. Gabara looks awesome. For his skin, a nice greenish turquoise color, just like he was in the movie. And then a little bit of black shading mixed in. On his neck and his chest, you got a very nice kind of dirt brown looking color for all of his abs and everything. And I don't even know what you would call him, his muscle patches or his scale patches or whatever. Very nicely well done. Very nice kind of ivory white for the claws on his feet and his hands. Teeth, very, very nicely well done teeth. Teeth are individually sculpted, but the teeth have they're kind of dark, and then they end with a very nice, white frosted tip, which gives it amazing detail and look. Inside of the mouth, a nice little pinkish red. Eyes are a very nice white with brown and black and more white. Yes. And then, of course, the little bit of hair that he has on top of his head, kind of a nice kind of tannish orange color. Very nice, because that's what it was in the movie, right? It was kind of orange. And then, of course, more bone ivory white for his the little horns going up the back of his head to the main one on the top of his head. So, very nice paint job all the way around on this guy. Just looks great. Detailing, all the skin detail, his lumpy and warty skin looks great. You know, each one is different, differently sculpted, everything. Again, teeth individually sculpted, tongue is sculpted in there. The face, the nose looks great. The ears look fantastic. The spikes, very nicely well done. The hair on the top of his head, very, very nicely well done. One thing I have heard is that hair is a hard thing to like do with like a vinyl sculpt. Hair is really difficult. But X Plus has nailed it with at least Gabara, and they've nailed it with King Caesar too, which I have up there. The show of King Caesar. Just looks great. So X Plus, you know, don't sweat too much about doing the hair on kaiju figures, because you guys do an awesome job. But again, just everything very well done. All the knuckles in his hands and his fingers, very well done. Feet, very nicely sculpted. His 3 toes. His little nub of a tail down here, very nicely done. His little abs on his neck, or his, you know, patches or whatever you want to call them. And all the in-between and whatnot, very nicely detailed. Just looks awesome. And a lot of people say Gabara looks like a cat, which I can see that. He does look like a cat. But having this figure in hand and really looking at him for a while, you know what Gabara really looks like? He looks like, even though he's Japanese, he does look like the Japanese and even the Chinese kind of dragon statues that people, like the gargoyles that people put outside of their houses. If you really look at his face, the ears, the way his nose and lips are done, he looks like those like guardian statues of dragons and gargoyles and whatnot that people have outside of their houses or in their gardens. So I think that's kind of where his design might have came from. But very, very well done. Other than the seams here around the arms, which kind of a little bit of an eyesore, but they're towards the back, so you're really not going to see that much if you have this figure facing front. Who the hell would want to pose their figures showing their butts and their backs? Makes no sense. So, final verdict. You can tell I'm happy. This is an awesome figure. I mean, I'm glad that I got one. Gabara. God, again. I mean, it's just nice to have him in a collection because you know he's going to stand out. And it's nice to finally have a nice figure depicting the character. That's all I got to say. No sense for scaling. Again, it's X+. Detail and paint jobs, really all there is. No articulation. Just a great Gabara figure. As of right now, I got mine from Flossie's Gifts, but he sold out of this guy so fast when he put him up. And I don't know of any other sites that might have this guy right now. As far as I know, it's like Gabara was a hot seller. It's like, I think he might be sold out of everywhere you could possibly look. And some might turn up in the aftermarket, but you'll pay a little bit more. But definitely a great figure, especially if you love Gabara. Again, I like Gabara. I have a soft spot for Godzilla's Revenge, so I'm really happy to have this figure. It's just great. So, there you have it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this review on the X Plus 25cm Gabara. We are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next figure review. Thank you for watching.